Is it just me, or are some of these MGTOWs starting to act an awful lot like feminists, like actual misogynists? Oh, it's not just me. In fact, this video was inspired by an email I got from my friend Disenchanted Scholar. And she writes to me and says, "Is it just me, or, especially over the past few months, has there been a flood of actual real misogynists into MGTOW? Because I've been around these parts for years, actual years, as you know, and it seems like in the past 3 to 6 months, maybe they've been believing the media line, but they're flocking in droves to the manosphere and MGTOW as an excuse to be vitriolic about women with the veneer of acceptability. I used to have perfectly civil discussions on MGTOW with its members, but now most of the vocal ones are like feminists. I literally just spoke to another one who kept saying, you woman this and you woman that, like women were literally Satan. It actually put me off of advocating for men's rights in the manosphere because fuck those guys. I might stop writing about even. It's that bad. And believe me, it is that bad. So, this question. Why is it that the vast bulk, especially the YouTube MGTOWs, are acting like feminists? This is actually a question you could ask in a lot of other areas, and it's going to be the same answer every single time. Why is it? Why is it that Democrats and feminists, who are all about women's lib and free sexuality, why is it that they defend Islam so much? Why is it that Muslims in America predominantly vote for democratic degeneracy? Why is it that prominent Jewish leaders support the UN, which is chock full of vitriolic, nasty anti-Semites, and encourage the invasion of Europe by the people that are bombing their places of businesses, their synagogues? Why are Jews doing that? Why is it that blacks attack Al Sharpton, or they love Al Sharpton, they attack Tommy Sotomayor? It's going to be the same answer in each one of these cases. But to keep it simple, let's restrict it to just the MGTOW, the war of the sexes, and feminists. Why do these people fight against their own interests all the time? Why is it that MGTOWs are so eager to attack guys like myself and Aaron Clary? And then, I saw this really interesting bit. I actually finally watched one of Laughing Witch's videos, and it's going to be brief. I won't subject you to much of it, but listen to this.
I mentioned this before, and I'm going to mention it again. The right, including neo-Nazis and soft neo-Nazi sympathizers and people like Sargon or Paul Elam or whoever in the hell, are trying to conscript an army. They want MGTOW, they want Gamergate, and here is Davis Aurini telling people that there's a war coming and they're going to have to pick a side.
Ain't that funny? Guess she doesn't know that we were MGTOW before any of these punks even heard of the term. Or rather MGTOW, I should say, but that's neither here nor there. So what's going on with this? Well, the first thing is that you need to understand the nature of the sexes. The yin and the yang, they go together. They need one another. They are opposite and completely incomprehensible to one another, but you can't get one without the other. Man and woman need each other. And whenever you see a misogynist, that's where you find toxic masculinity. You look at a guy like Elliot Rodgers, who is just full of this insane hatred, this inexplicable hatred of women, and yet just pure toxic masculinity. And yet this guy, he also hates men. He is part of the PUA hate forum. These guys, they had several threads about me, and, I wish it was still up. I would see if Elliot Rodgers had expressed his hatred for me. It wouldn't surprise me. I guess Nita and Sarkeesian and I both have connections to him. She's related to him or something. He hates me. Ain't that cute? And the same thing goes with feminists. You know, you take this woman like Big Red, just screaming this misandry and just this pure vitriolic hatred of men, and you find toxic femininity. That's the sort of women you want to keep the hell away from children. You know, the Voice for Men a few years ago, they exposed a forum where there were feminist school teachers talking about how they wanted to throw all the little boys out the window. I mean, women murdering children is just, if that's not a... Men murdering women is toxic masculinity. Women murdering children is toxic femininity. And so, yeah, it's... What you're seeing is both of these toxic, twisted people fighting against their own nature. You have Elliot Rodgers with his hatred of women instead of loving women. That's what men are built to do, is love women, you dumb shit. I hope you're enjoying hell. You know, just absolutely hating women and yet also hating men, refusing to be a man himself. And again, with these feminists, absolutely hating women, or sorry, hating men, but also hating women at the same time. You know, the two go hand in hand. Misogyny, misandry, and toxic masculinity and toxic femininity. They are the same thing, because ultimately what we are talking about is people fighting against themselves. People turned in against themselves. People trying to destroy themselves. You don't become a feminist because you like other people and you appreciate all the blessings you've been given in life. You become a feminist because you just can't be happy. You refuse to allow yourself to be happy. And the same thing for aside from a few principled exceptions, same thing for MGTOW. These people don't say, you know what, I'm done playing the game and I'm done with materialistic women. I'm just going to do my own thing. You know, those guys, they went their own way. These guys just cannot be happy in and of themselves. And they're looking for somebody else to blame their own failures on. And so why do people do this? Why do people self-destruct? Why do people self-sabotage? Well, why do you self-sabotage? That's the question, isn't it? Because we all do this. We all screw ourselves up. We all do stupid things that we regret. And we even regret them when we're doing them. But the difference is that we know it's self-sabotage. And we hate that about ourselves. That we keep being self-destructive and stupid. And as for the growing numbers of them, I think that's just the era that we're seeing. Things are very quickly turning into the people that are trying to become better people, trying to treat others decently, and those who have no hope and just have fallen in love with their self-destructive nature. And like I said, this applies to every other question. Why are people trying to destroy their own countries, destroy their own races, destroy their own religion? Why are people... It's the same reason that you self-sabotage, only they take it like a religion. Remember, folks, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. There is no treading water in this life. Aurini out.